Good morning, welcome to SlimChat. It's Tracy, and well, it was lovely and sunny, but it's all gone in, and I don't quite know what's going on out there. But in a way, I hope we get a little bit of rain, and the only reason for that is that the guys that have been doing the end of the road, every now and then, because they drive down our road, it's unmade, obviously, and they mess up the road somewhat. So they put stuff down, like a dressing, break it all down and try and flatten it for us. And the last time they did it, they put this powder, and it was obviously powder concrete mix. And they put it down because it had been raining. And they thought, if it rains a lot, that will go hard. Well, guess what? Stopped raining. So all that's done is kick up even more dust than they normally would. So yesterday, I got a bit of a bee in my bonnet and I stood in the road until one came along. New one was down the end of the road, and I told them, you need to slow down. And they said, oh, I will have a word with all the drivers tomorrow, because there's a couple that really do go too fast. And I said, well, I'm thinking to myself, it's not that I don't want you to do this, I do. I said, but what can I do if these guys don't listen to me? I said, and the only alternative I've got is to park so you can't get past, and then or you have to go really, really slow to get by. I said, and I don't want to do that. I said, but I'll have to, because you see, every time you go past, you cover the house and my car in filth, and my car is absolutely covered. I said, and we can't have the windows open, and it's just ridiculous. It might be hot, but you can't open the window. I said, and it's horrible in this part of the road when you guys get up speed. I said, so if you don't start slowing down, I will have to park to slow you down. And I don't want to do that, obviously, because, put my car in danger, but the only way I'm going to do it otherwise. And it's not just them. I had a UPS van thunder down there earlier, kicking up a load of dust, because they don't own their vans, they really don't care. And, it's just a pain in the butt, but it used to just be one van now and then, but obviously they go by 50 times a day, so it's like, So anyway, they've been slow ever since. They have, apart from one who drives a yellow lorry, and I will get that SOB if he doesn't stop it. I will get him. So anyway, that's besides the point, isn't it? Not seen much improvement in my speech at all today. Usually I have little improvements every day, and I have improvements in other things, like yesterday I had carrot, swede and potato mash. I made some Brussels sprouts, and I made them quite soft so I could squish them up. And I made chicken thighs, and I cut the meat into small pieces and had gravy. So I was able to eat that. So soft, small lumps now. I've progressed from baby food to the toddler food. So cool. I'm now a toddler. All improvements are greatly received. So today I had egg and bacon, but I didn't have like a rasher of bacon. I cut every scrap of fat or rindy bit, that gristly bit, and just cut it into very small squares, and I cooked it in a pan, and then I put my eggs in and scrambled them. So I had like scrambled eggs with bits of bacon in, and that was really nice. And of course I didn't really have to chew it. So but if I did find a bit, I can chew a little bit, so that's cool. Oh, and yesterday, to keep my calories up, so it's a hard job, but I've got to do it. I had a chocolate pudding, like a steamed one in a pot. You get them little, you can microwave them really. And then I had it with free-from custard. So it was a free-from pudding with free-from custard. So that was nice, but so sweet. I'm struggling. And this morning I had a milkshake, like an Alpro strawberry one, which is like nice, but I don't normally have all this stuff, It's very difficult for me. It goes a little bit against my grain, if I have a grain. But they are very yummy, and it's going to be hard to stop. I want to say enjoyable, it came out as yummy. Never mind. So I should have wrote down who these people were, asked me a couple of questions. Two people asked me questions. One said that in all this, is my throat stopped hurting? Well, no. It still does a little bit. It settled down. It took a long time because obviously during the operation I had a breathing tube, and then at the end of the operation, put a nasogastric tube down. So all the time I was in hospital, I had a raging sore throat with the tube in there, and I couldn't swallow too well. I think my swallow was delayed. The tube didn't help, but when I swallowed, a bit remained. So it stayed there in the back of my throat, and as much as I could try and get swallow in, it wasn't really playing. So I had an awful lot of where I had to put the suction thing in, which was making it worse and worse and worse. So for a good 3 days, I had a raging sore throat, and I had to live that way. And then on the 4th day, I noticed it didn't suction at all. So I figured things were improving, but they couldn't get rid of the NG tube because I couldn't eat enough, and I couldn't take the medicine. They were giving me tablets, and so I can't do that. I can't get enough water. I can't do it. I get stuck. So they had to give me liquid meds, which were absolutely sweet, sticky and vile. But I got there, and then most of them they put down the NG tube, but they kept wanting to take that out, and I kept saying to them, you know, if you do, I will not be able to physically eat that much food, and I can't. So anyway, when it was time, it came out, so that gave me another 2 or 3 days of sore throat. But by, I would say, yesterday, I started to notice it had gone. But I've started on the Lanzaprazole night and morning. I haven't had it yet, reminds me. I haven't started with the Gaviscon yet, but I may do. And I looked in there yesterday, and it's quite low down, still a little bit lumpy, nowhere near as sore. But no, it hasn't gone yet. The sore throat at the back of my throat has, because it's tongue related. You know, if you hurt your tongue, you get a sore throat at the back of your tongue, really. So that is a lot better. Someone asked me if I had a Morrison's. Yes, I do. Got a Morrison's here, and a Morrison's on the mainland. Sometimes I prefer the mainland, and the reason for that is holiday makers, because our Morrison's can get a bit packed full of people when they come on their holidays. So they also tend to strip the shelves of the stuff you might want. So I tend to go on the mainland, and you know, those kind of peak holiday times. But yeah, I do go to Morrison's. There's one thing I really hate about Morrison's, and that is the fact that they overcharge us for bags. And I did say that when the government imposed a 10p charge for bags, and now it's gone up to 20p, that was bad enough that you had to pay for bags. But Morrison's charged you 45p for a bag, for a paper bag at that. And okay, they were strong, but they were 35p for the carrier bag, which used to be the 10p bag for life. And I know you can get ones that like fabric-y bags, those big shopping bags, but I never remember to take them, and I just cannot do it. And plus, I do use them for other things anyway, like rubbish. So I begrudged paying Morrison's, and the times we would go there, forget the bags or leave them in the car, and it's like, oh, go and get the bags, Gary. But that's the one thing that I really, really detest about Morrison's, is the fact that it's not done for environmental reasons. That's a complete and utter load of rubbish. It is purely to get more money out of us, and it's obvious, you know, from day one. Rather than charge the proper amount for the bags, they upped it to a ridiculous amount, and they put it up all the time. And I really, really wanted to vote with my feet, because, you know, when I first started going to Morrison's, they used to do this thing where you save up stamps at the end of your shopping, and, you know, by the time you'd got 6, you got so much off. They did all these you know, their loyalty card thing, they did all these offers on it. There was tons of them, like, coming at you from all directions. And plus Gemma had a discount back then because she was an employee, but that was a long while ago. So it was really, really good for money saving, but they've lost that now, lost that edge completely. Even the loyalty card is just a piece of plastic you might as well not bother with. They do an NHS discount, which is good, so we get that for Gary. And that's brilliant, but it doesn't make up for the fact that they completely and utterly rape you with the price of the bag, and really does annoy me. But other than that, I like Morrison's. You know, I've shopped in there a long time now. When I lived on the mainland, it was Asda, because that was my local. But when they built Morrison's, I switched from Asda to Morrison's, and I preferred it. Also on the mainland, the only other alternative was Sainsbury's, which tend to be a bit expensive at times. But on this island, we have Tesco. It's huge. So our alternatives now, apart from Aldi, which are everywhere now, are Morrison's, Tesco. So I've really started to go to Tesco because they do a lot of club card prices. So if you've got their loyalty card, it'll say that you buy a cooked chicken, for instance, it will cost you £5, and on club card it'll be £2.50. So you'll save an awful lot of money just by having your club card, buying that chicken. And they do different offers. So, and their free from section is bigger, and they have a frozen, a fresh, and an ambient free from section. So they seem to have a lot more choice. But I do check them all out. I don't just do one. So yeah, I do have a Morrison's. And the Outpro, I try and get a bit of that wherever I am. But our local one doesn't have, Morrison's, doesn't have massive amounts in it of free from. The best free from is Tesco, that section. But if we go to Gillingham, it's even better. It's even bigger. So we'll have to do that when he's off. Just go, Gary that is. We'll have to go and check out the big free from over on the over on Gillingham's Tesco. But you know, we've been spending too much money on shopping lately, to be honest with you, because of all this free from stuff. But I am doing well on it anyway. So far so good. I weighed myself today. I haven't put any weight on, haven't lost any, but that's not surprising, the amount of milkshakes, puddings and desserts I've been getting. I did buy myself some free from angel cakes, but looking at them since I opened the box, they look a bit dry. But I will try one of those today with a cup of tea at lunchtime. See how I go. Pardon me. So I've got chicken today, but I have no idea what to have with it. It will be cut up very small, I know that. But I'm managing it. Managing it quite well, and if I have to, I can really chew that, because it's nice and soft. I couldn't, you know, when you get like overcooked pieces of chicken, that's a no-no. But I've been eating too badly lately with fish. Had some cod, I made myself a fish pie. But I much preferred yesterday's dinner when I had just meat and vegetables, and I really enjoyed that. So, what else have I got to tell you? Oh, movie quote of the day, I nearly forgot. Movie quote of the day was 9 million terrorists in the world, and I gotta kill one with feet smaller than my sister. Was indeed John McClane from Die Hard. Lots got this. Linda Fairbrother, Teresa Settersfield, and Taylor Leanne, Darla Antonio, Jane, Licorice's mum, Anne Cooper and Margie. You all got that. Now this one, got to really, really bear with me. It's not in any way intended as any kind of racist thing. You know, it's just, I've got to do the accent, that's all. Praca, Praca, Praca. Put Edwina back in ball. Edwina back in ball. Edwina back in ball. Edwina back in ball. One of my favourite movies, that is. So, Edwina back in bowl. If you didn't get that, Edwina back in bowl. I love that film. I absolutely love that film. And I've done one or two, excuse me, of this guy's movies before I went into hospital, but made some brilliant films back in the day. Oh God. I'd win a begging bowl. I love it. I don't know why, but it popped into my mind this morning, that film. And I thought, oh my God, I have to do that one. I have to. I was going to do a Back to the Future, and I'm putting little like search for back, and that come up, and I thought, oh my God, yes, I've got to do that one. Got to do that one. I absolutely love that film. And that man, he's so funny. Well, he was. He went through a lean period of not being as funny. But, early stuff, man. I loved it. So, I got offered to go shopping this morning to like Lakeside or Bluewater. I was like, I don't even have to. I get exhausted in Tesco's. Please. It's like torture being offered something like that when, it used to be like the thing I love to do most. Because I am a girly, I have to say. I'm one of these, you might be disheartened to learn, but I am a girly that loves to shop, and I do like handbags and jewellery and makeup and all that kind of stuff. And I don't wear a lot of it, but I do wear a lot of jewellery. I used to anyway. And in the summer, at the moment, I'm adorned by bruising. That's my that's my colour at the moment. It's just the bruising, and the scarring is my necklace. Oh, I think it would irritate if I wore anything on there anyway. But Gary bought me a lovely bracelet, brought it up to me in hospital when I was I think the very first time he was allowed to visit me, because the first 3 days I didn't see anyone, and it worried me a bit when they said he could visit, because they'd previously said to me, you can't have any visitors while you're in here, unless you're really, really poorly, of course. Then we'll let people come. And Callie said to me, my favourite nurse, she said to me, oh, by the way, why don't you get your husband to come and visit you? And I said, oh, I thought he wasn't allowed. He said, no, he can come because you've been in here for a while. They relaxed the rule then. And I thought, it's not because I'm really, really poorly, is it? Because my temperature was spiking and I had a fever every night. And I began to feel like I was never getting out of there alive. So, but they said, oh no, you've been in here a while, and as long as he's kind of obviously tries to stick to the rules, and he had to do a PCR test, and a coronavirus test every day, show the results on his phone. And it was a massive drive for poor Gary. I mean, it was an hour and a half there, an hour and a half back, and about 2 hours with me. It was his whole day gone, and a lot of petrol as well. So luckily the car park machine was out, so we didn't have to pay for that. So but he did visit me for 3 days on the trot, which bless him, took it out of him a lot. But the first time he came to visit me, I think he was quite excited to see me, and he brought me a present. He brought me some cards, one from Lee next door, which was lovely, some Get Well cards, and this bracelet, and it's like a Pandora snaky bracelet, but it's got a heart that is I'll show it to you when I remember. It's a heart that is the catch, and then he brought me a little love heart which dangles off it. It was really pretty, and he said, do you want to wear it? But honestly, my arms were swollen while I was in there. Plus I had one of those name bracelets on. Still got a bit bruising on my hands, but it's going. So yeah, I said, when I get out, when I get home, I'll wear it. And when we went to Sophia's birthday party, and I sat out on the sun terrace, I could have worn it, but I forgot all about it really. I spent so much time just trying to get ready for that expedition, and trying to straighten my hair so I could hide my scar. Didn't have a scarf at the time. I'd ordered them, and they, the annoying thing was it was Prime, and it should have arrived the next day, and it didn't. It was so annoying. It arrived after the party, and I didn't want to wear the one I'd crocheted because it was really, really hot day. But I got through it anyway. People just had to look at it. not the best situation, but never mind. So yeah, it was nice to see Gary, but on the third day he wasn't going to come and see me, but I said I might be able to go home. He's like, oh great. So he came and got me, but I had to wait for the all clear of a blood test just to make sure my infection markers were all going down. Finally they come and said it's actually gone down more than we'd hoped, so thank goodness for that. I was allowed home. But that journey home exhausted me for 24 hours, I have to say. I mean, I've come a long way when I think about the fact that the day before that, I'd walked in the hospital with Caddy. We'd walked to ultrasound and that. Before that, if I had to go anywhere, they put me in a wheelchair. But I was feeling a lot better, so I walked. And that put me on my back for 24 hours, that walk. It was a fair old way. And walked there and back. I got back and went, I think I might have a little rest. That was me, gone for 24 hours. So. But yeah, so back then, things like that would completely tire me out. So now I can walk around Tesco's and Morrison's, but then I'm done. I don't need to do any more, but it doesn't make me go to bed anymore, which is great. Just sit down for a while and I recover. So I know there's improvements every day, which is good. But I can't wait to get back stuck into losing some weight. I need to get this flab off, because then I can hopefully even up a bit more. Anyway, gonna get off, upload this. I'm going to do an open with me over on Crochet Rocks today, and if I might even do my one that I've been threatening to do on this channel for quite some time. We'll have to see if I've got enough time. So thank you for watching. Stay safe. Good luck with the movie flight, which I love, and please excuse the acting. Thanks for watching. See you soon.